Hi everybody, AZ Badfish here, and welcome back to my single player world in the Direwolf20 mod pack for 1.12. Man, I've been having a good time out here, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on here playing again after having just finished recording the last episode, which that episode, I finished recording that before the episode previous to it has even come out yet. So yeah, I get the feeling that the week between Christmas and New Year's we're probably going to be seeing a couple extra episodes because I don't like getting too far ahead. So in the last episode, we got these thermoelectric generators up and running, and these are doing us pretty well. This power cell has 1 million, but when I put the other one down in the world, I can go ahead and demonstrate this for you. You see, it actually goes to 2 million because each one of these power cells themselves have 1 million RF that they can store, and because they're both linked together using these link cards to ID1, when it's down in the world, their power stores combined into one larger one. So of course, if I were to make another one, there'd be 3 million, so on and so forth. So that is pretty sweet. So we've got all this power, and if we remember, we did the math, each one of these is doing about 30 RF per tick, I think. Again, I don't know how to tell that for sure. So we've got a total about 240 RF per tick. Now that's passive, and it's completely hands-free. Like, it's set it, forget it. I don't need to worry about this anymore. That will forever and always produce 240 RF per tick as long as all that stuff is set up the way that it is. So that's pretty cool. So what am I going to do with it? Well, I've got lots of plans. Of course, there's not a whole lot you can do with just 240 RF per tick, but that is going to allow me to get up another tech level. I need to get some better storage. I've been complaining about it forever, and I mentioned a few episodes ago now that when it came time for storage, I wanted to do refined storage. Now, I'm going to say something, and it might not make a whole lot of sense at first, but stick with me. Storage drawers are a lot like applied energistics, or that is to say, applied energistics works in a very similar fashion to storage drawers, except it does it in like one block of space, right? Your storage cells or storage cards, whatever, for applied energistics, you know, if we look at them, you type in 64K, our ME storage cells, it can hold only 63 types of items, but the 64K storage cell, you know, it can hold 65,000 whatever bytes per type of item. That's per type of item, I believe. Actually, I don't know that. I don't know that for sure. But basically, the 64K holds a ton of stuff, but still only 63 types of items. So basically, it's like having 63 storage drawer slots with tons of upgrades in them, right? And it's all done with just one block, though. So with that in mind, refined storage looks an awful lot like applied energistics. Personally, I've never used refined storage before. The only digital storage I've ever used is the applied energistics over in the Fullcraft world, which doesn't need to worry about channels. And as far as I understand it, refined storage does not use channels, but it does things slightly differently. And I say slightly because as I start building this stuff, if you're familiar with applied energistics, you're going to say, wow, that looks exactly the same. For instance, the disk drive, right? It's the same type of deal. It refined storage, it's got storage disks that contain storage parts, which the storage parts are made of advanced processors, which are basically pressed diamonds that are created in a solderer instead of an inscriber, so on and so forth. A lot of this stuff looks the same. It operates the same. The big difference between refined storage and applied energistics is that in a 64K storage part, I can hold 64,000 items, period. End of list. Like, that's it. There's no part limitations or anything like that. So that means it makes more sense for like lots of things, like these bees, for instance. They don't stack. You know, stuff that doesn't stack is only going to take up one spot instead of taking up one of the 63 available slots. You know what I mean? So I think it makes sense if stuff that we're going to have tons of, to store it in storage drawers and link that up via a storage external storage connection, which I can't remember what exactly it's called. And oh yeah, there it is, external storage right there. So it's all kind of got the same stuff, but we're gonna need the main thing right now is quartz enriched iron, which is pretty simple. It's basically just 3 iron ingots and some quartz. Now we're gonna run into an issue here real soon, in that this iron right here is 64 plus 3 is all the iron that I have left. I have 5 nuggets, but that's not gonna help me any. So I want to get this done before I can even go mining again, because you see I'm full up. I got nowhere to put stuff, and I mean, I could make more chests or whatever, but I don't want to. I want to get this refined storage going. So to get started, we're going to look at this disk drive, right? We're going to need some quartz enriched iron, so we need 6 for that, but we're also going to need an advanced processor. Now that's not what I meant to, and yeah, advanced processor. So we need this printed advanced process. Wow, really? It's called the same thing? Okay. Printed advanced processor, and then this printed silicon, sounding familiar, and redstone smashed together in a solderer. How do you make this? Well, you smash diamond in a solderer. So we're going to need to make a solderer, which is 6 quartz enriched iron and 2 sticky pistons. And I'm pretty sure all this stuff just, does it work with RF? I think it just works with RF. I don't know if I need... What is this? This is a creative controller. All right. So I think, let me make up some quartz enriched iron. Let me make up some of these parts, and we will pick a spot to temporarily be our construction area. Actually, you know what? No. It needs to be close by all of our stuff here. So, all right. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've got my solderer, and now I'm looking at, what do I need to make a disk drive? Well, quartz enriched iron, obviously. Okay, no problem. Need one of these. Okay, so I'm going to need to use the solderer right away before I can even do anything with it. Machine casing looks pretty simple. It's a bunch of quartz enriched iron, man. Okay, so we'll need to plop down our solderer somewhere, but first, printed silicon. How do we get that? Well, we get silicon... the refined storage way is to cook down nether quartz. That's pretty cool. With the AE2 way, which I think could work, is Certus quartz dust, and I don't want to mess with that. We're not messing with Certus quartz. that's the other bonus to refined storage over applied energistics. None of that crazy quartz nonsense. You just need a ton of nether quartz, which unfortunately means a lot of mining. So, okay, I said I need to cook down some of this, and I don't remember how many I need, so let's just make like 5 for right now, just to start with. Okay, got our silicon. So let's see what happens. I went ahead and removed the machines that I had right here. So if I put this down here, what happens if I just put this in here? Nothing happens. Ignore redstone signal. Does it actually need power? Probably. It would make sense that it needs power. Can I use this to power it? There we go. No? You know what? I think I might actually need this controller. Makes sense. It's the first thing in the list, right? And I can make all of this stuff pretty easily. So I need 8. That's any stone, so 8 of that quartz, and then 4 more, so 12 quartz, a diamond, and then 3 of those things. Okay, let's make some stuff. Those 2 there, and we'll put these 2 here, like that. I've got the silicon, however you want to say it. Pretty sure they're all correct, although I'm probably wrong about that. Okay, so then I should just be able to do this, casing, like that, and then you go here, and then back. Oh, I'm short. Okay, no problem. Go like this. Make more. I'm gonna need tons of this stuff, so I'm not worried about making too much extra. I just don't want to make so much that I don't have enough resources to make the other things that I need. Okay, controller, like that. Cool. I mean, it would make sense that it has to go into a controller first. Okay, so now that's getting power. So now I'll bet this works. Aha, there we go. See, I'm smart. I can figure things out. All right, so that's our printed silicon. So what do we need now for this? We need a printed silicon, a redstone, and a printed diamond. So we'll go back over here to my diamonds. We'll just grab them all, doesn't matter. Stick one in there, like that. That's kind of slow, but I guess I can put upgrade in here somehow. Stack upgrade, crafting upgrades, speed upgrade. Nice. Okay, so we'll take this, and then just like in AE2, we'll stick those together, our printed silicon, our printed diamond, and our redstone together. And finally, advanced processor. Sweet. So if I come back over here, this thing, I need a chest and 4 more of those quartz enriched irons. So doing this, and that will give you 4 right there. And I said I needed what now? Not that. A chest. Chest is what I need. And I should have chests right there. Cool. Nice. So did I not make one of those? I could have swore that I did. And finally, disk drive. Okay, so now I actually need to make stuff to go in it. Now, looking at the storage parts, it works the same way. You're like, I can make a 1K part with some glass, some silicon, some redstone, and 1 quartz enriched iron, right? But then to make a 4K part, remember this is to make a 1K. To make a 4K, I need 3 1Ks and then 4 more basic processors, another quartz enriched iron, and that's just to make a 4K. But it only takes 3 of them, right? So it's basically like buy 3, get 1 free. So with a 4K, I can obviously store 4,000 items, but when you start thinking of it in terms of stacks of items, 10 stacks of items is like 640. That's pretty close to 1,000. So that's not very many things realistically. That's why obviously the 64 is what you want to go for. So I think I'm going to make as big of a storage part as I can with the stuff that I currently have right now. But just so you guys can see, to get to the 4K, we see the 3 1Ks and then 3 4Ks and the improved processors, which are pressed iron. And then, or actually that might be the gold ones. No, those are the gold ones. Basic ones, these are iron. The improved ones are gold. And then with 4 16Ks and 4 diamond ones, you can get a 64K. So I'm going to see how much of this stuff I can make. All right, good news, guys. I had enough stuff to make a 64K storage part. Just kidding. I had to go down and mine forever and then go into the nether and mine a bit more. But yeah, I actually only had enough stuff to make a 16K part, and I was like, I just don't want to build the 16K and then have to like move all the stuff out of it into a bigger drive later. So I just went ahead and did a bit more mining, and now I have a 64K storage part. But of course, we're not quite ready yet. I think I need to put it into a storage disk, right? Which means I need to craft a storage housing, which is more quartz enriched iron, more glass. No problem. All right, now here in the new 64K storage disk, and I think I can just oh no, I don't have it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the disk drive here for now, and then inside here we will slap the 64K storage disk, which is pretty sweet. So then of course we need a way to access our storage disk, right? So we need well, I'm going to use a crafting grid here. We could just use a grid to access it, but I want to build a crafting grid. But of course, we have to build a regular grid first. So we need a regular grid, advanced processor, and a crafting table. And then the regular thingy, the regular grid is a, so 2 improved processors, which are the gold ones, and then a construction core and a deconstruction core. Quartz, oops, I don't know what I did. And of course the quartz enriched iron, machine casing, glass, this construction thing. All right, basic processor, that's an iron one and a glowstone, and then I'm guessing iron one and another quartz. All right, cool. I think I have some glowstone, so I'm gonna craft that stuff up, and yeah, see you in a sec. All right, got all the parts now, and I'll put the grid in here, and then this guy, and then a crafting table. I need 1. And now this is going to cook up. This solderer takes a while, so I think first order of business is probably going to be some speed upgrades. But yeah, that'll come in a while, because I find it again. Sugar and redstone, which isn't not a big deal, but these things, it's a lot of quartz, enriched iron, and as we know, I'm kind of low on iron, and it's gold and silicon and more glass and stuff. So it's just it's not outside the reach. I just got to put some work into it. So now crafting grid. I'm pretty sure that the refined storage stuff can all transfer power between the blocks and stuff. So as you can see, it turned on right away. And crafting grid. Sweet. So now I can just load all of my stuff into here. That's ore. I want to make sure I go process that. This too. Come on. So yeah, that's actually why I wanted to set this up right here just for right now, because I want to go through these, load all of this stuff into the system, and then we can find it a location in the house. All right, guys. So you notice anything different? Go ahead. I'll give you a second. So yeah, I have loaded all my stuff into the refined storage system and have basically cleaned up in here. All of the chests that were here are gone. The storage crates here, gone. Well, not gone. 2 of them have been moved. So I've got like armor and like tools and random machines and food in here, and bees and crops that I need to deal with still. I moved my atomic reconstructor down here, the actually addition stuff. It's also got the coal generator back there. So that's all good to go. These chests are, well, pretty much empty because this is all now a manual process, right? When I move out of here, we're just going to be really soon. All of this stuff is going to stay here, except maybe, probably not that stuff. We'll probably come back for that. But everything else, except for the refined storage and actually additions, that's all staying here. So we're going to be starting over pretty soon, but let's take a look in here because I want to make a couple of power cells. Now you can, just like with Applied Energistics, you can link it with JEI, so that's pretty handy. So I can come in here and say I want to make power cells. So I need to make a couple of these guys. Let's make, I need nuggets. Sweet. Man, I really love these crafting these crafting systems. I think they're great. So I can make 1, 2 of those. Now, see, I'm gonna need some of these, which means I'm gonna need excuse me, which means I'm gonna need some quartz. Let's see. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll go ahead and clear that. Now, I haven't used this in this position yet, but it should be okay. I think I have unlinked my drop item entirely. Oh, right, duh. I need power for that. Coal. All right, it's got 120,000 now, so we should be good to go. Okay, dump this here. Hit the button. Great. 4 prism ring shards. Sweet. Okay, back in here. Power cell. Make 1, 2. Nice. All right, I'm worried actually about my stock of emeralds. I probably should have checked that. Yeah, 7 left. Okay, no, not too bad. All right, so now I just need those cards, right? Power cell cards. These things. This thing. I need 2 of these. 1, and I need, of course, more gold nuggets. Always need gold nuggets. All right, sweet. So, if I come over here to the main guy again, as I learned in the last episode, I can just put these in here, and these are both linked to ID 1 now. So, whenever I use the power cells, I should be able to link them up easily. So, I think what I could do is replace a lot of this stuff, tear a lot of this out now that I've got the power cell going, and just power it with that. I think that could be pretty handy. Now, I don't know if I want to do that though. Maybe not with this side, because a lot of these machines, remember, they're running while they are idle, or they use power while they're idle. Like this one is using 40 T per tick, which I think is RF. That's 40 RF per tick, and if I'm only producing 240, I think this one does it, this one does it, and like a couple others do it. So I could end up using a lot of this. I don't know. I'll hook it up and see, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna hook up these power cells, and I'll come back to you when this hopefully looks at least a little bit better. Alright, so I ripped out a whole bunch of stuff here. Not actually a whole lot I could take out over here. But on this side, it should be pretty easy. Oh, come on, get up here. Alright, so we will just grab our power cell, put it down here, and then use the card which is linked with ID 1. Right click, it's installed. Nice. Now it's getting power, and it should be set out on all sides. Cool. So now it is providing power to this cell. And then once this thing fills up, it should, stop, actually, That's how it works. Actually, do we have more power now? Yeah, see, now these things can hold 3 million, because I've got 3 in the world. That's pretty cool. And it's still saving up power. Is this thing full? No. But it's receiving power faster than it can. That's pretty sweet. All right, and then over here, I'm a little worried about this one. I basically left this setup as is. There was a coal generator here. Actually, it's right here. That I was using to provide power as needed. So I'm going to go ahead and chance this. We'll put another power cell here. We'll install it. Set out to all sides. So this should start powering up. Now, we're going to have some weird power fluctuations for a little bit. Now, again, we've got... we'll have up to 4 million capacity now. That's pretty cool. So we'll have some weird power fluctuations, I think, until all of these energy cells and stuff have all had a chance to fill all the way up. And of course, this is also trying to fill up all these other machines and stuff. So I will be back in a minute once all this has had a chance to settle down and I can get an idea of what the numbers are going to look like. All right, well, good news, everybody. If we come over here and check out the main energy cell, this is what's actually receiving all of the power from our generators and providing power into the power cell system. This dude is actually slowly increasing and everything is all the way full. That means we've definitely got enough power to do everything that we're trying to do right now, plus extra, which is great. So this is able to, slowly power up and build up power and while it's powering everything else. This is great. This is good news. Good news. So this is fully powered up. This is fully powered up. All these machines are fully powered up. This is great. So now, once again, though, the hold up, of course, is going to be the wheat. So this has no wheat in it, which means this is not producing enough for this to back up when everything's fully powered all the time. So that's a bit unfortunate. We might have to, I'm 100% positive there's better ways to do this. So I will do a little bit of research on that. But yeah, we'll have to do that later. Okay, so almost forgot. This thing is getting pretty full, so I'm getting kind of worried about that. So what I wanted to do is upgrade this, and there's a cool thing in iron chest. There's this iron to gold chest upgrade. So it's actually pretty easy to craft. That's not it. I want the iron to gold chest. Just a piece of iron, some pieces of gold, good to go. And I think I can just right click. Yeah, nice, sweet. All right, so getting pretty close to done here. I think the last thing I want to do in this episode, you guys, is I want to grab our refined storage system and actually move it into the house, and then we'll be able to start there in the next one. So we'll grab you. We'll grab you. I think the storage disk actually came out. Yep. We'll pick you up, and you, and you. Sweet. Let's go home. Okay, so I guess we just really need to find a place to put it, and it doesn't have to be permanent, I suppose, but the longer it's here, the more stuff we're going to end up hooking up to it, although I guess we could just move cabling and stuff around. Doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead, I think, and I'll put the power cell kind of here. Not up against the wall, not directly against the wall, maybe right there. And we'll stick our controller here, our disk drive next to it, and the crafting grid on top, and then storage disk in here. Now, I don't know if I pointed this out earlier, but it's kind of cool. This here, when you click on the disk drive, it actually shows you like a bar graph of, total overall space. So I'm 9% full, right? But then you can actually hover over each one and it will show you individually 6,179 out of 64,000 total items for that one disk. Pretty neat. I could change the priorities here. I think this is filters. or something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's set to whitelist right now, and since no, that doesn't make sense. I don't know, man. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, so that's pretty sweet. So this is all set up. We're good to go now. And the sun is setting. Perfect. Okay, few last things to do. I want to set home here and put our bed down. I don't know, maybe right here for now. And there we go. Nice. And all right, that's that. Officially moved into the new house. We're good to go. We've got our refined storage set up. We've got our power set up. We have got stuff going on, man. I am really happy with where we're at. We're going to be able to start next episode in a really good spot. Oh, that witch despawned. it ain't cool, man. Where'd that spider go? Did you despawn too? I've noticed a bunch of butterflies lately, and I'm wondering if that's because I got rid of the bees in the area. Like, these are forestry mobs too, I think. Yeah, forestry. You can kind of see it. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. I hope you did enjoy the episode. I know I had a fun time doing it. I enjoy the refined storage stuff, and I'm really happy with where we're at. So if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of what's going on. If you've got any suggestions, hit that subscribe button if you're new and you're enjoying the content. Don't want to miss anything. I do have a few other series on the channel that you might enjoy. Yeah, I think that's it. Until next time, you guys, I'll see you later. Oh, I wanted to make sure I mentioned, I gotta start doing this in my videos, I had decided to start using my Discord, so if you're interested in that, there's a link to that down in the description. Not a big deal, but anyways, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.